In private equity and other closed-end fund structures, capital calls are a routine part of fund operations. But what happens when an investor wires more than requested, or when excess funds are received due to timing mismatches, FX fluctuations, or administrative errors? This article breaks down how overcontributions are handled, why they occur, and what fund managers should consider when returning excess capital. It also includes examples to help illustrate common scenarios. Why overcontributions happen? Overcontributions typically stem from investor error. An LP wires more than the called amount due to misreading the notice or rounding up. Administrative miscommunication. Confusion around capital call notices, especially when multiple entities or tranches are involved. Currency conversion, FX fluctuations result in excess USD received when foreign investors wire in local currency. Fund structuring quirks. Parallel vehicles or feeder funds may aggregate contributions differently, leading to mismatches. Example, a European LP receives a capital call for 1 million, but wires the equivalent in USD based on an outdated exchange rate. The fund receives $1.12 million instead of the expected $1.08 million, resulting in a $4,000 overage. Operational handling of excess funds. When excess funds are received, fund administrators and managers typically follow a structured process. Identify the source, confirm which investor or entity contributed the excess. Determine materiality. Is the overage large enough to warrant a return? Some funds set thresholds, e.g., $5,000 or 0.5% of the call. Check fund documents. Review the LPA and subscription agreements for guidance on handling excess contributions. Communicate with the LP, notify the investor, and confirm whether they prefer a return or to apply the excess to future calls. Return or reallocate. Wire back the funds or apply them to the next capital call, depending on investor preference and fund policy. Example, an LP wires $10.5 million for a $10 million capital call. The fund manager contacts the LP, who confirms the overage was unintentional. The fund returns the $5,000 within 5 business days, documenting the transaction and investor communication. Fund, document, and policy considerations. Fund managers must ensure their handling of excess funds aligns with governing documents. LPAs may specify whether excess funds can be held or must be returned. Side letters may include investor-specific preferences or restrictions. Subscription agreements often outline procedures for capital contributions and corrections. Example, a fund's LPA allows excess contributions under $1,000 to be held and applied to future calls. An LP overcontributes by $8,500. The fund administrator applies the amount to the next capital call and sends a confirmation notice to the LP's accounting and compliance implications. Proper handling of excess funds is critical for audit readiness. Maintain a clear trail of the overage investor communication and resolution. Regulatory compliance. Ensure AML KYC procedures are followed, especially for returns. Accurate NAV reporting. Avoid inflating fund cash balances or misclassifying investor capital. Example, a fund receives $25,000 in excess contributions across 3 LPs. The administrator segregates the funds in a suspense account, initiates return wires, and documents the resolution for the fund's annual audit. Best practices for fund managers. Establish thresholds. Define materiality limits for holding versus returning excess funds. Automate alerts. Use treasury systems to flag mismatches between expected and received amounts. Standardize communication. Create templates for notifying LPs of overages and confirming resolution. Review policies annually. Ensure fund documents and internal procedures remain aligned. Final thoughts. Handling overcontributions is a small but important part of fund operations. A clear policy, consistent communication, and tight controls ensure that investor confidence remains high and fund integrity is preserved. Fund managers should treat these events as opportunities to reinforce operational excellence and investor trust.